That takes us through all of our agenda items, but just want to touch upon a couple of things. Want to give a little bit of update on the La Quinta Homeless Trust Initiative. Though it seems like things have been quiet, they have not. First of all, the town staff has met with, or has been ongoing with Danielle Cohen-Higgins' staff, constant communication as this item moves forward. Matter of fact, I've met with her along with the town manager on a couple of occasions to discuss it, and trying to see what's going on with the county. I don't know if you all heard, I did have an interview on WLRN with Ron Book. I think we presented our arguments very, very well. One of the main points that I made is that, there is still a lot of mistrust by the community because we've seen Mr. Book make some comments about covenants that they're willing to enter into. When I asked him specifically to give me these covenants in the meeting that he had here, we couldn't lock him down on it. During the LRN interview, when he said this was going to be primarily for seniors, the interviewer says, well, what does that mean, primarily for seniors? And he says, mostly seniors. Again, held down. What was that? 55% seniors. Okay. So I don't know if I would consider that primarily or mostly. Over the majority, yes. So it's kind of a play on words. So, and the point I wanted to make to him is, we don't know what you're going to put in there because you haven't really put it down in writing. You haven't said whether it's going to be a needle exchange like the public fears, or whether it's going to be for, felons or anything like that. I said, and if you would, maybe there'd be less worried. He kind of blew up and said I was lying. I don't know what I was lying about because I just said that's why the public may have mistrust, not that they were planning to do that. So, but in the meantime, as you recall, the county, Danielle Cohen-Higgins presented an item which the Board of County Commissioners approved, which was to seek an alternative site. And they're supposed to be presenting that list to us as of February 10th, and we have not seen that list yet. So I can only assume that it's ongoing. And when they present it to us, we'll be able to look at it then. So, and we're hoping that's going to be go forward soon. Secondly, just wanted to remind that the other approach to this is it's not just the cost of the property, which is $14 million is what they're proposing to pay for this property. I think they alluded that this property was for sale. It was not for sale. This is something they went looking for. And as of the current valuation by the county, it's overpriced by $4 million. Now, I say they're going to reappraise it, but I suspect that when the county wants a number, they might just get it. So we'll see whether it comes out at a different number, which will show that they're actually paying a fair value for it or not. But that doesn't take into consideration a number of things, which is the upgrade, the millions of dollars, which it will take to upgrade this hotel to make it a living facility. And reminding everybody that the living quarters are smaller than the minimum size of Cutler Bay, which is only 610 feet. But they don't have to worry about our code because they're going to usurp us and go around our code. Again, not listening to the voice of our people. The third issue they may have to deal with is the environmental issues. I think they were identified in the county's own phase 2 report, having some polyfluoroalkyl substances contaminating the groundwater there, which they have to remedy as well. So there are a number of things I think they need to consider other than just an alternative site is available, other than the county's own charrette had a different vision for this, other than they haven't consulted the leadership for the town of Cutler Bay, other than they didn't seek any citizens' input whatsoever. So the Board of County Commissioners and the mayor will recognize that they need to listen to the citizens and not just listen to someone who's appointed that position, who gets to spend the county money with very little accountability, doing what they want, and they're not elected officials. They don't represent anybody but the trust. If you want to read an interesting piece, I saw one of our residents was voicing this clearly, and they were interviewed by the editorial board of the Herald, I believe. They sent a letter to them ahead of time. It's by Elizabeth Santos. It's out there on some websites. I suggest everybody read it because it's very, very comprehensive. And Sotos or Santos? Elizabeth Soto, sorry, Elizabeth Soto. So when we get the report from the county, I guess we'll be able to look at what's next and try to decide how we can be a part of this process. And again, that's really what we're asking the Board of County Commissioners and the mayor to make us a part of this process and not run government in the dark, which has been happening so far with the homeless trust, but have it in the light, which we expect of all of the representatives of our citizens. So that's the update on that.